Assalamu alaikum. How's the believers today? You're looking fine, looking fine. We're about 1 week into our fast, the month of Ramadan, December, that we take in December. It's not the actual month of Ramadan that the Arabs celebrate, but we take ours as the messenger prescribed in the month of December, because there's so much evil and wickedness that's amongst us in this month. But our brother minister wouldn't be here today, and I got told that I would be able to take the service just for a little while, just for a short time. I'm able to stand here now as your brother captain and be able to speak to you, and it feels good. Praise be to Allah. We know we gotta be ready for whatever, whenever. So if you get sprung on, somebody say, brother minister, say, brother, I need you to take care of that. I got something to do today. You say, yes sir, you gotta take care of that. You know. I was sitting here skimming through my book. I was talking to brother Rockmire. I was going over some old fruit classes. Old fruit classes. I told him I keep all my notes. Gotta keep your notes. Help you stay sharp, so when you have to go through it, look through it, you'll remember. I started looking at stuff as danger codes, etiquette, how to treat your women, different stuff like that we go over on fruit class. But we can't, talk a whole bunch of, no, sister, you won't get me in trouble. You can't talk about it. And that's another thing, proper training. Proper training is good. You'll know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, and when to do it too. You're thinking 5 to 7 times before you say a thing, so you know that. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Well, you got it. The messenger teaches to think of at least up to 7 times before we speak, so you won't catch yourself saying stuff that's not of the messenger, and it may come from you, and your opinion, and how you think, and how you perceive things. And one of the things that I was taught was never think that everybody has the same Islam, or the same teachings, or get it and understand it the same way. Everybody's level of belief is not the same. Your level of belief is different from another brother's or sister's level of belief. It's totally, so, when you think to yourself, I would do that, no question. I would humble myself, I would do whatever, no question. You wouldn't even think about it. But then you would say to yourself, well, why is this brother having such a hard time being humble or not being able to act in accord? Because your level of belief is not the same. Your level of understanding and belief is not the same. So, but you have to, I said that to say that you have to think before you speak. Because when you do speak, you're letting out what's in you. It's coming out. You're letting out what's in your heart and in your mind and how you really feel. Sometimes you can get it, you get it the best when somebody's angry. You get it real good. They say, they got to say it on, streets of anger, you get it when they drunk and when they angry. So in our case, we can just get it when you're angry. Praise be to Allah. So think 5 to 7 times, because people have their own sense of how they view Islam. And as your brother Captain is speaking today, I want to try to keep you safe from that, because we have a lot of things going on in our midst that's among us, and how people perceive Islam and their views on what they think and not what the messenger thinks. We want to stay clear on what the messenger has taught us, our way of life. He was given this by Allah himself, and it is no middle ground in that. We do not compromise that. We do not play with that. So it's my job to keep you brothers and sisters safe at all times, and brother minister as well. But he'll give me instructions on how to talk to brothers and what's going on. That's the importance of being at temple at every time of service. That's the importance of being amongst your brother at all times, because you get to know you get to feel what's going on with your brother or your sister. You get to know what's going on with them, how they feel, what they're going through. They don't feel like how you feel. That's another thing. They don't feel like you feel or go through what you go through. Sometimes they go through different things. So you get a finger on what's going on with them, keeping them safe, and that's our main purpose. Our purpose is FOI and MGT is to deliver the 17 million dead to the Lamb of God, and to keep them there. To keep them there. So we have to keep them and keep them safe and keep them from harm's way, because you got a lot of people out here with warped ideas of what we should do and how we should do it. Even if it's not warped, they would sometimes be stubborn in their way of thinking on how they do things, and they don't see things as a whole. They really more concerned about themselves and real selfish. They're concerned about being in the spotlight or waiting in the cut to jump out and point a finger at you. Be careful of those types, because we as Muslims we understand that our people go through some things sometimes. We're not perfect. Just like other ministers spoke on the Rasham last week, none is perfect but Allah. We strive and we have the ability to be perfect, but we sometimes do things. We have a vicious world out there that we have to deal with. I was just glancing through my notes as I crack my notes, and if you go back and you crack your notes and you look at Lost Found lesson number 2, anyone knows what is the most thing talked about in our Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2? The most talked about is the creation of the devil. The creation of the devil, and how the devil came into existence, his laws, what he does, how he did it, what he was made for, why he was made, and to give you a clear understanding of who you are, black man, woman, and child, why he was made, why the devil was made, why he was put into existence, why he does what he does, why he does not stop doing what he does. So if you get a chance to look through it, you'll get to understand the making of the devil, how he was made. He's cold. Start freezing at 32 degrees, right? So the devil is just cold. So we as guys, we have to understand, he's here to show forth our powers. We have the ability to overpower all of that wickedness. We have put him here for that reason. So we got to understand who we are and how we are to do things as Muslim followers of the Messenger. So again, we have to stay conscious of these things. We have to dig into ourselves and bring these things out for those that have not heard this truth before, have not heard this teaching before. So brothers and sisters, I'm here as your brother captain. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have been granted the ability of a Muhammad's Temple of Islam, to have had, praise be to Allah, to have had proper teaching from those who have been taught by the Messenger. Again, you have those amongst us, again, fault finders, but we try not to pay them no mind. We strive in the way of Allah. People would like to try to find a loophole out of things of not doing the right thing or giving you your credit or acknowledging the hard work that you have done. But if you took a minute to sit back and think about all the things that you have done a mighty lot, a whole lot as followers of the Messenger, and you deserve to be proud of yourself. Praise be to Allah. Keep on doing it. Keep up the good work. We're going to keep on doing it. Think about, some of the places, the temples we visited, the people we tried to reach out to, the believers, those who bear witness that there is no God but Allah, Master Prophet Muhammad, and Messenger Elijah Muhammad is his last and greatest message. Those who we traveled miles, to go visit, to go see, for many years. So if somebody comes up and now say that you're not doing, there is no true believers and followers of the Messenger in existence, all that stopped in 1975, don't pay them no mind because they're stuck in their warped way of thinking. Those people are stuck in their warped way of thinking. The messenger is going to be here. Even if you're not going to be here, the messenger and his people are going to be here. Praise you so long. So I was digging. I knew this was the month of Ramadan, and it's always good to teach for what the messenger taught. Crazy. So I had it before y'all came. But it's on the month of Ramadan by Messenger Elijah Muhammad. And in the meantime, while I find it, I'll talk some more about keeping you brothers and sisters safe. Because there's a lot of wickedness out there. And don't judge your brother or sister. Try to help them. Because you judging, you might find yourself in that same situation, and you'll see that you're going through the same things and didn't know what that brother or that sister was going through. So in time you will learn that that we have a burden. Allah puts a burden on us, but He doesn't put a burden on us that we can't bear. Everything we should be able to handle in time. It's a trial. I've had my trials. I've had some recent trials that was amazing. But I've learned to deal with it, and I'm going to keep on fighting. Just keep on fighting. That's why we have fight songs as Muslims, to keep striving, to keep fighting for Allah and His messenger until this devil is removed off our midst. So that's what we are fasting and praying for right now. Crazy law. Here you go. Okay. This is messenger teaching on the month of Ramadan. It says, dear followers of Messenger Elijah Muhammad, we are about to enter our annual fast that is called Ramadan. In Arabic, this is not the actual month taken by the Arab Muslims. However, it comes in this month every few years. But ours remain in this month every year. It comes in different times for the Arabs and different times of the year. But ours, we take it in this month, December, every year. That's what the message says. The reason I have appointed December for our fast is because we were once Christian believers and we used to worship this month as the month Jesus was born. Since the knowledge of Jesus' birth, ministry, and death has come to us from the all-knowing one who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom our praise is due forever, worshiping in Christianity was not true, since being called in the worship of Allah and His true religion, Islam. So we have Islam. We have Islam, and we thank Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad 1930, July 4th, 1930, for giving us Islam. We have Islam. I desire that we take this month in order to do away with our desires to worship along with the Christians, because of their great display of tempting merchandise and commercialized on in this month, instead of our sincere spiritual desire and honor of their prophet Jesus as they claim. Do away with their desire in us. I have asked you to abstain from taking part in any way, shape, form, or fashion with the Christians by fasting throughout this month called December. So we trying to stay away from their wicked ways and what they do in this month, how they participate. And anybody can see that they're not focused on righteousness and Jesus. We love and respect Jesus. Any one of you believers probably right now could talk a Christian in circles about Jesus and what He's done, especially in red writing. Because what the red writing said for believers, what Jesus said. That's right. Praise be to the Lord. This year, 1973, I am asking you to be more strict than you have been in past years. Let every one of us sincerely keep up the 5 prayers a day as near the designated time for such prayer as possible. There is an excuse for you who are working and is not given time to you who are able to keep up prayer throughout the day. Let us keep our minds clean and clear throughout the month. Keep your minds clear. If it's a bunch of foolishness going on, you don't have to participate in that. If it's a lot of nonsense going on that you normally could tolerate, you don't have to tolerate that. Stay away from, the filthy songs and that stuff that give you suggestion. I was telling my son, I think it was my oldest son, we was on our way to work, and I was listening to jazz. And it was told to be that, jazz is a thinking man's music. You have your own thoughts. You can think what you want. You just hand the melody and the beat. You can think what you want. When you listen to other types of music, you're thinking what that artist is trying to produce. Especially if you like it. Praise be to Allah. Don't get me wrong, I love the hip hop, brothers and sisters. I love it, But I know that's if that's a sacrifice, you sacrifice that this month, to the best of your ability. To the best of your ability, because you're thinking what somebody else suggested. We want to keep our hearts and our minds clean, like Allah asked us to do within this month as Muslims. So keep it clean. Somebody's bickering and arguing and talking loud. It's your right. You have a right to stay away from that. You don't have to participate in that. Walk away. Praise be to Allah. So keep your hearts and your minds clean. So you want to do that. Throughout the month. Do not quarrel with anyone if you can prevent it. Do not eat or drink during the day from dawn of day until nightfall. Do not eat any land meats, animal and fowl. You may eat seafoods, but no land meats, and eat as you have been taught, one day a meal, but after nightfall and before daybreak. Do not engage in games of killing animals, fowl, or any kind during your fast. Praise be to Allah, right? Yes, sir. Because my uncle, my favorite uncle, he wanted me to go fishing with him. I think December 1st last week came on a Saturday. I was scheduled to go. I found a reason to go fishing. I love fishing. So, and some stuff come natural. And was asking me, well, why you don't go fishing? Why we eat fish in the month, you should go ahead and go fishing. I said, well, if I'm on a fishing boat, I gotta eat. There's something about that water that makes you want to eat. There's something about, the motion sickness and the water that makes you eat. So if you ever was been blessed with going on a cruise, you understand why they have the buffet section, why they have the food section all throughout the night. You can wake up 3 o'clock in the morning on the leader deck, and it be filled with food. Nice display. That's why I didn't want to go fishing because I know I'm not going. That's going to be a day. That's going to be a makeup if I go that day. I know that. So, but it gets even deeper when it speaks about do not engage in games of killing animals, fowl, or any kind during your fast. That's also valid as well because I'm fishing, I'm killing. That's game. So this speaks on. This also gives me more intelligence of why they didn't go fishing. Take not the life of any kind, and unless you are fought against, do not fight. But if you are attacked in the mosque, Allah has given you the right to fight with those who fight against us, regardless to the monk, fast, or sacredness of the mosque. Excuse me. So you have a right if somebody fights against you at any time. Anytime you have a right to defend yourself if anybody's starting problems or any trouble with you. And you know, as your brother captain, I'm going to tell you, please protect yourself. Protect yourself in all aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, self, soul, your will. All the dimensions of Allah has granted you within your being. Protect yourself. And we'll get into why we fast in the month of December, to guard ourselves against evil. That's one of the main reasons why, to guard ourselves against evil of what's going on in this world's life. The devil. Because the devil, he don't stop, but he's gonna do what he do. He's gonna worship that tree. He's gonna deck that tree out. He's gonna, get that fat devil with the beard and, tell you he's gonna come down your chimney. So we protecting ourselves. So protect yourselves at all times, brothers and sisters. Protect yourself with the will of Allah. And do not forget this year that the enemy had killed some of our brothers, and pray Allah's chastisement to pour upon our enemies for this evil and the evils they have planned against us. Oh, I skipped the verse. I'm going to go back. Regardless of the month fast, the sacredness of the mosque, that's fight. No matter what time of the year, you have a right to protect yourself. Married couples shall take no pleasure during daylight hours. They should abstain from total pleasure during the day and the way of conjugal relations. You know it's hard, brothers, to be married. It's not easy. You got to do it. You got to do it. All right? Cover your faces. Try hard. But I'm not judging you, brothers. But, I understand it. But you got to guard yourselves against evil again. Keep your body and mind clean of filth and evil. We shall concentrate on thanking Allah for bringing us Islam and choosing us as His people and providing us with a teacher of His religion, and thank Him for the blessings He has and is still giving us. And we shall not forget to pray for His help against our ever-open enemies, the devil, and pray Allah's revenge on the devils and their evil plans of persecuting and murdering us, the poor lost found believers in Allah and Islam. And do not forget this year that the enemy had killed some of our brothers, and pray Allah's chastisement pour upon our enemies for this evil and the evils they have planned against us in the future. So remember, you may eat and drink all the desired during the night, but do not eat animal or foul flesh, nothing of the land, other foods you may eat. Nothing of the land, other foods you may eat, is what the messenger is saying to us. Let's back it up a little bit. In that year, somebody must have did something to some of our brothers at that time. As you can see on here, it said 1973. But at that time, the Nation of Islam and the believers were fighting hard with this devil. The devil we didn't have to deal with other people. It was simple back then. Black, white. You didn't have to deal with the Mexicans, Vietnamese. You didn't have to deal with any of them. The Chinese, it was just, black and white. And at that time, they were showing their true self. So they must have had hurt one of our brothers. So the messenger said, may Allah pour on them what they deserve. But that's the devil is a history of doing what he does. I was looking at a picture earlier today where they had a brother hanging from a tree, and he was gathered around, and they had a pallet, and on the pallet was a wooden coffin, and they had it right underneath the black man, ready to put him in because he was hanging from the tree. And they had a towel over his stomach, from his stomach that went down to his leg. And somebody had wrote they must have cut off his genitals. Which is probably so. That's what the devil did. So we're not making this up. When we stand here and explain to you and how the messenger taught us that the white man is the devil. Right. It's not something we made up. Right. It's not something that we standing in here now trying to fabricate something against this wild-out enemy of ours. He has a track record that he has shown that he will do evil, that he has done evil, and he doesn't like you and I. So, but the main opposers of our people is not the white man. The white man won't stand up and say, I didn't do that. We didn't do that. It's our people who would like to try to defend the white man against what he has done, which is goes to show you how mentally ill our people are. How mentally ill they will fight the oppressor for what he did. They're in denial. It's like somebody who's been in denial. Brother Minister spoke on that a couple weeks ago as far as the Stockholm syndrome. He's been mentally subjected to so much pain and torture that he now takes his enemy for a friend and loves his enemy. He has an obsession with his enemy. He doesn't realize no more that this is his enemy. Again, also with the tricks and lies that the devil does. So, again, this is a wild-out enemy. We have to protect ourselves, brothers and sisters. And this is why we have joined on to our own. This is the beauty of being a follower of the messenger. This is the benefit of having the protection of Allah. Because we understand that something had to be done. It would have to be a righteous God in our midst to not do something to our enemy. What kind of God that you would have to be in existence that would not now torture an enemy that has did so wrong to you? You got to understand that something has to be done.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Praise be to Allah. So we have that true and living God in our midst. We worship Him and pray to that Allah, God, in our midst through His messenger Elijah Muhammad. So we have the duty to tell those who haven't heard this truth before to wake them up. We have to wake them up, brothers and sisters. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. It's not easy. You have to get yourself right first. Get yourself right. Get a clear understanding of what the messenger has taught us. And when you have that clear understanding of what the messenger has taught us, you'll be able to not just tell the people, they'll see it in you. They'll look at you and realize there's something different about this brother or this sister. He's not the ordinary. He's not your run-of-the-mill so-called Negro. Something different about him, Then once he realized that you don't pay some high prices that what they call the Illuminati or the Masons pay to try to act like you're civilized, to just elevate the 33 degrees of knowledge. Right. You have 360 degrees of knowledge that's been given to you freely. Praise be to Allah. You didn't have to pay for it. We're trying to give it to you free. You don't have to do secret signs or be afraid that something is going to happen to you if you're speaking the truth. You can stand up like a man or a woman and speak the truth freely and educate your children with real education that was given to you divinely, supreme, by Allah and His Messenger. So do whatever you have to do to keep yourself clean, protect yourselves with this truth that you have, and understand that you brothers and sisters are blessed. You are blessed to be able to have this knowledge. You are, how the messengers say, if you understand that I am He, the messenger of Allah, you are a lucky person. You are blessed. You are blessed to understand these things. The messenger says, you are like a vessel. You come here to get it, the truth, and to give it to somebody else, so they can understand and know that we living in the hells and slums of North America. So wake them up, teach them, to help them, so they can also guard themselves against evil, so that they can now not have mastery of this devil's world. You are able to break out the grips of this devil. You're able to tell the devil to get off you. You're able to tell the devil, man, you have no controlling powers here. just from that, you being able to have the ability to sit in the chairs that you are sitting in and submit yourself to the teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad and understand that he is the messenger and that Allah, Master Prophet Muhammad, is the law, you are able to knock the grips and take the chains and take the ropes off of you from this devil. And that's a blessing. But, some people, they look at you and they say, they don't want to be redeemed. They want to stay with it. They cool with that. They cool with that. It's people like that. It's not going to come as a surprise. Because we are lucky to even be here just to be able to function. Me, myself as well, just to be able to function right. So if you see somebody going through something, the things that they have gone through, you don't understand. That's why you're not the judge, because you don't know what that brother or that sister has been through. And the scriptures say, yea, before the grace of God, there ye go I. Meaning that person that you see suffering could be you as well, but before the grace of God. So, praise you to Allah. So, it's a good one. I feel so much at peace. I love Ramadan. It gives me the reason to get back to or stay focused on what I am doing. And that as well as being able to have Muhammad's Temple of Islam. And because if I didn't have Muhammad's Temple of Islam, I'd be in trouble, bro. I'd be in trouble. I'm quite sure some of y'all feel the same way as well. We'd be in big trouble. We'd be, so to the end of the year, we'd be so stressed out, especially about this time, about how the devil likes to, put little tweaks and things on you to help you, be under his grip. So again, you're blessed if you're able to shake that grip off of you. You are a believer. You are a follower. Sometimes we get caught up because we allow ourselves to. But we have the ability to step away from that. When you start thinking about the messenger and what has to be done and the bigger picture, that stuff seems small now. It's not as small. It's not as big anymore. It's small time. Small beans. No problem. You can handle that. Whatever, man. So, let's keep ourselves strong and thank Allah. And get our people to understand. Even those who say they believe and follow the messenger, pray Allah bless them to get a clear understanding of what we are, the purpose and our aims and purposes of as Muslim followers of the messenger. Some people have an idea in their head that they are going to be big in the earth, that they are going to be that person. They try to stick out and be that person. They don't want to give you your shine or your just due. But, you cannot pay them no mind. Because, all you can do is pray that Allah bless them with an understanding that we have to come together and do what the messenger asks for us to do. That's the only thing that's going to save us from this devil. We have the ability right now within the nation of Islam to pool our resources and stop this devil from disrespecting our women, disrespecting our children. We can stop this devil right now. The messenger has showed us. He gave us an example. We have the ability right now, to shut it down. But this is up to Allah, Master Prophet Muhammad, in his own good time, even with giving you that understanding. So we have to think about the big picture. Pray to Allah. This is what we fast and pray for, that time when the devil is removed from amongst us. This is what we strive for. We want to have our own schools. We want to have our own businesses. We want to have and manufacture these things. But you know what? A lot of people understand that takes work. Everybody's not willing or ready to do that work. They don't want to do that work. Laziness, cowardness. For a time, some people will put up a good front, until it's time to really get into it and make it happen. When it comes time to make it happen, some people won't even step up to the plate. they'll stand back and find every excuse in the book and point a finger at you, criticize you because of their own shortcomings and weaknesses.
That's right.
You won't say, I was just too weak. It's very rare that you get somebody to admit, listen, I'm just weak. I can't do this right now. I'm going to step off. I hope Allah bless y'all with what y'all trying to do. That's rare, ain't it, brothers and sisters? It's not going to happen just like that, for them to do the right thing. Person ain't been doing the right thing, they're not going to do the right thing. They've been difficult, they're going to continue to be difficult. They've been a problem, they're always going to continue to be a problem. So, it's just up to you to now stay focused on the big picture. Farming, schools, businesses of our own. This is the Messenger's program. So take this time while you are in a peaceful state, study. Study the Messenger and what he teaches. Because it's bigger than what this world has to offer. This world has nothing to offer but sport and play. Nothing but sport and play for a short time. For a short time until you are now made a fool of.
That's right.
Believe me, I'm speaking to you from experience. I didn't understand it when I was younger, when older brothers or someone older who really had my best interest at heart and told me these things. And now today, as a follower of the message, I can truly understand that someone is speaking from their heart and they want you to stray away from that, which is all evil, which is not good and is not going to do you any good. Would like for you to do that now, what's going to make and benefit you now and in the future, where you won't have to go through what they have gone through. So this is a learning, a time of learning. This is what Muhammad's Temple of Islam is for. This is what we strive to do as followers, as FOI and MGT, some way or somehow display this truth to our people so they could get a spark and accept Allah, Master for Muhammad and his messenger, and know that they could be at peace. So take time to study. Take time to study in ways to slip out of the devices that this devil has to offer. He's offering you for damnation in hell. He wants you to be along with him, as the scripture teaches us. I will despite them until the day you raise them up. And then he would say, I had no hold on him. But he's going to sit back and tell I only called them and they came.
That's right.
How you going to say with Denzel on Training Day? I ain't put no gun in your head, man. I ain't put no gun in your head. I ain't make you do it. You did it on your own. So do something good on your own. Follow the messenger on your own. Do something good. And pray Allah that they see the bigger picture of the messenger and what our nation needs to be. Where we can bring it back to and put work into doing it, because it's going to take some work. If you sat now and thought about all the good times you have had at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, beautiful events, the dinners, the weddings, the cook-offs, the competitions, the peace and heaven and joy that you have experienced, wouldn't you like to have that on a larger scale? More people every day wake up, play gestures, see the young brothers and sisters playing gestures, or how we used to do as Muslims and chalkboard, or just spending time with each other, where you stand in posts and watching the sisters feed the homeless, setting their bags up, looking at them talk, bean soup kitchen, the pies that was being made to be sent up to the prisons. We want that for every brother and sister in the wilderness of North America, in every city. Praise be to Allah. This is what we're trying to do. This is what we want to do. And we need your participation. We need your help. As a brother captain, I'm asking for your help to do whatever it is you can to be able to get that over to our people. We have the resources. We want to do that. So if anything come about for this, at this time, this peacefulness, and in your prayers, and your brothers and your sisters are keeping up prayers, to keep Muhammad's Temple in your prayers, to keep the brothers and sisters who are lost in the hells and slums of North America in your prayers, those young brothers that are being killed by this devil in your prayers, these sisters that have no way out in your prayers. Everybody that's hungry, any young brother, or man, woman, and child, keep them in your prayers to help them get this truth, because this is their only way. This program is the only way that they will get what you have. Through this program and through our message, is the only way that they'll be able to have a glimpse or a way out. So you brothers and sisters, stay strong and keep them in your prayers. So, at this time, I'm going to need your help. Since I was sprung on to have to give this lecture, which I love. I love you, brothers and sisters. I never have no problem, speaking to you as your brother captain and trying to keep you safe, keep you focused on the messenger and love that, what it is you have. Muhammad's Temple Islam. There's some people that would love to be sitting where you're sitting right now. They would love to have what you have of a brotherhood and a sisterhood. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Is Muhammad's Temple a good thing?
Yes, sir.
Is Islam taught by Messenger Elijah Muhammad a good thing?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's hear how good it is to you, brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. And since these brothers are smiling and the sisters look so serious, we want to start with the sisters, because Islam is serious.
Yes, sir.
Also, it's because the sisters are service. We do anything we can to protect these sisters. Ain't that right, brother?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. So sisters, one of your sisters will come out and get on the mic and tell us what Islam has done for you here in Philadelphia and Muhammad's Temple of Islam. Share with the world what Islam has done for you, how Allah Master Prophet Muhammad is blessing you, and especially in this peaceful month that we partake the Ramadan. I'm going to ask Sister Zarina, the youngest first. Would you come on up, sister? Pray, get a sister around the applause.
What Islam has done for me was make me a wonderful sir, not like others in the world, made me strong, have a lovely family and nation.
That's good. Islam is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. It's good. When I was looking at a whole video where we posted for Savior's Day, and we see them. If you see them then, they look nothing like that now. They're bigger than you now. You have to look up to them, and they are just wonderful. So we're gonna get back with the brothers. We got to start with the youngest brother, even though he's probably just as big as the oldest brothers and big as me. And Brother Gabe, come on, brother. Praise be to Allah. Look good, brother.
What Islam has done for me is made me strong. It helped me through many challenges, gave me a good family.
We're not gonna hold you, Brother Gabe. We know we've seen you perform, Brother Gabe.
Yes, sir.
We've seen you perform, brother. But that's good. That's good. That was real good, brother. That everybody's gonna hear that. If they could see what I'm seeing,
Yes, sir. That's right.
they would understand. So, now let's get back to these beautiful sisters. Hey, I can see their anticipation written all over their face. They have so much to share. Sister Quadus, praise be to Allah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
What Islam has done for me. First of all, it's given me the strength to endure a lot that I've been through in the last, I'm going to say, 5 years. I was to the point where I couldn't see. I'm now to the point where they corrected my eyesight for 2020. I was to the point where I couldn't walk or sit too long. I can now do both. It's still a little painful, but I can still do it. Where I didn't have food, I have so much food, people come to my house to go shopping. Where I didn't have shelter, I now have shelter, something to call my own. It's just been so much where I just can't explain how much Islam has helped me and brought me through, and it just keeps going. It's just so much now till sometimes I get scared. Like, why so much for me? And I still question, but I keep pushing forward. So where they told me I need to sit down somewhere and don't go back to work, I'm not doing that. I keep going. I get up every day and I keep going. So to the young brothers and sisters in the nation, I would say persevere, keep going. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let no one stop you. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Because with the will of Allah, you can. Assalamu alaikum.
I knew y'all was going to be in for a treat today. Praise be to Allah. Sister told you probably in a lot of times the words can't express how grateful she is to Islam. And I know it's true what she's saying. I visited her on her job the other day at the fish store, Wayne and Berkeley, which is owned by our brother Akbar. Me and her, maybe not, it was a little while ago, we was talking to another Muslim trying to get him to come back in our own little way, beat on him, to get him back, to come back to the temple. You know, because sometimes we get caught up in our own thing and what we do, but we know they still have Islam in their heart. There's so many believers that could be here today, but right now they're working or doing something else, and but we know they have Muhammad's Temple of Islam and Messenger Elijah Muhammad in their heart. So, and they could get up here and tell you the same story. So let's get another story from one of these brothers. Come on, Brother Amir. Let's go, brother. Young brother.
What Islam has done for me is keep my family together, keep me in school. So how much it's hard to keep me in school. Keep me at the temple instead of out there in the streets. Keep my family together, like my brother, keep them together. Keep me in shape, keep me feeling good most of the time. I'm like,
praise be to Allah. Brother is in shape. You know you have to beat them girls off him with a stick. So we're going to stay that way. We're going to keep him sharp. We're going to have to get some more classes for him. He's one of them young brothers that used to prosper in that class, and especially he's in shape with. They used to have that boxing back there in the back. Little brothers to get it in. So we're going to keep him that way. Praise be to Allah, not to Prophet Muhammad. All right, sisters, back at you. Now, sisters take it serious, brothers. They got some serious stuff. You know we real competitive here at Muhammad's Temple of Islam. Really competitive. So you brothers, you know, y'all got to make us shine, brothers. I can't give y'all no hints because, you know, they gonna accuse me of up here cheating. But y'all just do the best y'all can do. Praise be to Allah. All right, sisters. Back to the sister. What sister want to step up? Sister Rashida. Praise be to Allah.
Talk about what Islam has done. I could go on and on and on. I don't want to take up everybody's time.
No, leave right in here.
But I'll just say that I've been working now for time. We all know that the devil is wicked, terribly wicked. Say that I just basically was put under trial at my job because of the devil. Ramadan. So what the brother Captain said was a wonderful thing. We have to learn to do just that, walk away. We have to learn to think 7 times before we speak. But the devil is wicked. So with that being said, my so-called boss, so loving of this devil, I lost my job. Has the power to fire me. How wonderful is that? But me, being as stubborn as I am, woman, yes, I'm going to call her a woman because that's what she is, pointing her finger at me saying I was doing her wrong. Saying that I was doing her wrong when she called me out the building and said, let's go outside. She go outside with her, I said, that. So, Allah and His teachings of the messenger, wonderful thing. Allah and His teachings of the messenger, wonderful. Although pulling me out of character, He has never taught me. Let me rephrase this. See, I have learned more patience during this time than I have ever learned in my life. So I thank Allah and His messenger for that. I thank Allah for all things that I've been taught. Sister said, within 5 years, yeah, it's been about 5 years, we go through trials and tribulations. But what we get out of them, what we take out of them, is what we need the most. Y'all are children and you're still growing. But as adults, we're still growing too.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
So, never stop growing. And I thank Allah and the Messenger for all things possible. I might not see my face, but my heart is always here.
Thank you, Sister Rashida. Let's give Sister Rashida another hand of applause. You know, Sister really telling y'all that if it wasn't for the training of the MGT and GCC classes, she'd have took that sister out there hard. Okay. Y'all get the picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. And I know she could have did it. Praise be to Allah. All right. Come on, brother. Okay, brother, right now. Okay. Praise be to Allah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Islam has given me the ability to know what life is and what death is. And it also has given me the ability to choose life and walk away from death. And, Islam has also given me the ability to slow down or reverse the aging process. And I give that credit to Islam because as I look into the audience of the believers, we all got the same shine, and I can't believe we all been in the temple sojourn for me it's been a little less than the rest of y'all, but I can't believe I've known y'all for this long. And the young brothers and sisters, y'all just growing up so fast. And Islam has given me an example of what a man is. And since I know what a man is, I know what it means to be a father. And I know what it is to know what a family is. Muhammad's symbol of Islam has given me a family. I didn't have a family before I came to Islam. I didn't know how to love before I came to Islam. Now I know. And those simple few elements make life totally better. And without Islam, I would never have any of these things. So, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Rahman. Praise you. We've been blessed to know you for such a long time as well, brother. We got some things we could talk about, but, you know, with Brother Rahman. Brother Rahman is a very hard-working brother, you could say that. So, we blessed to have FOI like that, and these brothers. Any brother that has gone through the intense training of FOI class, they have instincts that they a lot of times don't even realize, and it comes to me as well. And it's a blessing. And this is what we want to try to get Islam to all of our people, so they can have those same instincts to help them in the trenches. That's why it says Islam will save your life. It will save your life. All right, we still got some sisters left. Sister Secretary, praise be to Allah.
What Islam has done for me. Islam is not an easy sin. Being a Muslim is not easy. Well, worth it, but not easy. It takes strength, understanding, compassion, and enthusiasm to be a Muslim. All of those things. And you're taught those things in Islam. You're not just compassionate. You're not just loving. You're not just, these things are taught to you. Some people get it, in their families, but we are a family here. This is our family. All we have is each other. When times get hard, all we're going to have is each other. When there's nothing left out there, all we're going to have is each other. And like most families, things happen. It's a family. People going to disagree. People going to argue. But the bottom line is we family. You're going to get over it and push on. Assalamu alaikum.
Praise be to Allah. Sister Secretary told you right. We are family. We are family. But the overall, and when you look at it that way, Allah and His Messenger will be our parents, and we are able to listen to our parents no matter what happens in our family and come together and do what our parents want us to do. This is the message and what we're trying to get to our people to understand all across the country, so we can do what our parents told us to do and put this devil out of his misery. Praise be to Allah. All right, bro. Let's go. Bro, Shadi.
I don't know where to start. Islam, life, basically everything. Family, close friends. But what I value most is my education. I take a lot of pride in that. And like recently, yesterday, I was awarded at my college program. For that, a teacher came up to me and asked me to his advanced placement writing class. Thank you. Thomas made me very intellectually strong, and point where I don't even know. To the point where like college just doesn't seem like enough. Like to the point where graduate school and college, medical stuff. Like me, I want to aim for my doctorate, which is the highest form of education you can get. Although, this thing is very necessary, and all siblings and the people younger than you. School, yeah, it's hard, but you gotta go through it. It's something that you gotta persevere through. And comes with many trials and tribulations, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it. When you making six figures at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, I should have went for another years. I could have been making $1 million. So, something like that.
Praise be to Allah. That's right, Brother Shadi. You can do it, brother. We praying for you, brother. All right, Sister Captain. Let's get our Sister Captain up here. Get up here with a round of applause. Because she definitely deserves it.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Sister Captain.
This sure gonna make me shout up in here. All praise be to Allah, Master Farah Muhammad. Whew. I'm blessed. And I was blessed by the only God that's here. I'm blessed with my children. Then you look back and I'm blessed with my grandchildren who's ready to go where? College to the top. Tell me I'm not blessed. I just come from Europe, where the devil was actually came from. And that's who he is. Seeing the devil for who he really is. But I want to thank Allah for raising up in our midst the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because without messenger of God, I don't know where any of my family would be. And I say family, I mean the family, the body of this temple. Just the family. Our family. Come a long way. We still have a long ways to go, brothers and sisters. But as I look around and I see the young, you may think they go astray or they're going astray, but talk to them. Talk to them. They do have Islam in their heart. But right now, the world is pulling out children. And if they see that Allah is blessing the elders, which is us, the children are going nowhere. And if they go somewhere, that won't be long before they come back. Allah has did for me, what Islam has done for me is to guide me. Islam guide me into guiding the young. And then the young guide the young. It's around. You know, I have great grandchildren now. Oh, it's started all over again for me. It's a blessing. That's a blessing. Allah has put all of that in me. And if any of you, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, if any of you ever shall need in any kind of way, call on Allah. Never ever turn your back on Allah and His messenger. Because if you do, God help you if He turns back on you. So brothers and sisters, I'm here to say, I can't count all my blessings. You know, I can't stick up my tongue and say, well, Allah bless me this and bless me that, because it's too many. It just goes on and on and on and on again. But you have to have faith. Don't lose your faith in Allah and His messenger. Hold on to your faith and keep up prayer, particularly during Ramadan month. May Allah continue to bless us. May Allah continue to bless our temple. our prayer house, which is the temple, and continue to let it grow. In the name of Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, and in his messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I greet my brothers and sisters again. Assalamu alaikum.
Praise be to Allah. Sister Captain told you right. Y'all got a jewel just now from a follower of the messenger and when the messenger was here. Our brother minister was here when the messenger was here. A lot of our young brothers and sisters wasn't here when the messenger was here. You can ask yourself, is that makes you a stronger Muslim or a weaker Muslim? Not even a question. It's not even a question. But we have been blessed to have those who are true followers of no one and stand firm for Messenger Elijah Muhammad and fight for the Messenger Elijah Muhammad and help you to fight for Messenger Elijah Muhammad. We blessed to have them amongst us. Praise be to Allah. What Islam has done for me, Brother Captain Quadus of Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 2725 West Jefferson Street, cannot begin to tell you the blessings. It's a blessing for me to just be standing right here and talking to you. Be able to wake up, hit the ground as someone who has been taught and guided by no one but Messenger Elijah Muhammad on that day is a blessing. I don't care what day you start. I don't care when you start, how you start, as long as you have started. It's a blessing. For you to stand on your own 2 feet as a man and say that I am FOI is a blessing. To be able to say that you bear witness that there is no God but Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, and Messenger Elijah Muhammad is his last and greatest messenger is a blessing. I'm able to do that as a fruit. I give thanks to Allah for everything He has done for me. Islam has given me so much. Sometimes when I'm sitting, I remember fruit class. I remember the drilling. I remember the discipline that it has taught me. And those things are given me for a reason to stay out of this devil's world. That's why we have this house. That's why we are here. I thank Allah for making me knock on the door, fresh out of prison, knock on the door, and it was believers to be. They wasn't here that first week, matter of fact. I think they was on vacation then too. But the next week, they was here, and I seen, and it's been everything that I imagined it to be, sitting in the jail cell, thinking what it would be like, of me making up my mind that I would do away with all my savageness, acknowledging that it was savageness, and I didn't want to be a part of that no more. Even me going through my trials and errors, it wasn't easy. Believe that. For the believers to call me, brother, you coming out? You wasn't looking too good. You look messed up. You still coming out? I can't tell you all the bad stuff. But it hasn't been good. But the Lord is blessing to be able to be standing here as a fruit, as a follower of the messenger. That's what Islam has done for me. Islam has been able to give me the ability to talk to brothers and sisters all across this country right now, to bond and connect with them, feel their pulse, and talk and see what's going on. And just like Sister Captain told you, we still family. The presence of Messenger Elijah Muhammad is still amongst us right now. His presence is still here. But if you're blessed enough to have that Islam in your heart, you blessed. if you're blessed to have that determination and will to do some work to put a Muhammad Temple of Islam in that city and have that desire, Allah will bless you. If you take some steps towards Allah to put forth that work, Allah will bless you. I thank Allah for what Islam has done for me. It gave me this truth and this teaching, gave me you believers. I'm blessed to be able to have young brothers like yourself, young sisters, to be able to help me get through the day, to have something to look forward to. Sometimes I don't appreciate it all the time. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. Sometimes I lose appreciation. But at times like this, at times when we together right now, you appreciate it. And those brothers that's not here now, and all those believers that are not here now, they think about it and they appreciate it. Those who want to be here, they appreciate what it is that they're striving for. That's what Islam is doing for us and what it's done for me. And I'm blessed. And I thank Allah again and again. So, brothers and sisters, we've had a wonderful service today.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Praise be to Allah. And we have the week after that, the week after that, and the week after that to look forward to be together, knowing nothing is going to stop us. You are blessed to just be a follower of the messenger. Just like I could say Sister Captain was here when the messenger was here, Brother Minister was here when the messenger was here, any brother that was here when the messenger was here, and they went through their trials and tribulations, whatever they went through. I'm not the one to go in their past or try to put a finger, what some people like to do, try to put a finger or find a weak spot or try to find a flaw. The messenger gave us laws and gave us lessons. It says actions are judged by intention. Actions may appear wrong, but motives bring reward. Your motive for what it is that you're doing is going to reward you. If your motive is to try to be a big shot, you're not going to be rewarded. If your motive is to try to be somebody special or a big eye or try to be looked upon, we do not look to be seen amongst the eyes of others. We look to be and please Allah. We don't look to be seen amongst men. You got brothers who will do magnificent things and have done magnificent things and tried to play and hold themselves in the background for years. Tried to stay undetected for doing great works of the messenger for years. Didn't want to even put a flyer out if we was doing a Savior's Day or put a flyer out or do anything for the community or the people. You got brothers amongst us that have done that, have got farmland, have done it in the name of the messenger, have things that they have done, houses and communities, things that they are doing right now, businesses, housing, real estate, businesses, and making good living, and Allah is blessing them, but like to stay in the background. This is what we are blessed to be amongst. Those who, but their works can't be hid. You have to acknowledge that. You have to appreciate that. But you can't be somebody that you see those ones. If you have the ability to see those who have done that work, and then somebody that now wants to jump off the cuff and try to be a big shot, Allah has blessed you to be able to expose them and tell them and call them for what they are, and not allow that around you, and that bless you to not be the same. So keep doing the work, brothers and sisters. Keep doing the work. Praise be to Allah. Allah has blessed me so much. And we're going to strive and keep and continue to do the work of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. We're going to bring our lecture to a close.